I am not going to power attack. 17. Oh, Bartol's going?
Yep.
25.
Its CMD is 25.
Okay, it's grappled.
All right, so you grab a hold of it, and your hands grab a hold of some like notches in the wood, and you get a firm grasp on it. All right, it still has one more action left. It's gonna punch you in the grapple.
Okay, -2. An additional -2, I guess.
AC 9.
Nope.
And then as a free action, its wood splits open, and a bunch of shrapnel like splinters go flying out towards you.
Son of a bitch.
This does 66 points of damage. Give me a reflex save.
Okay. Natural 20.
So you evade?
Yep.
Okay, so you don't take the 23 damage from splinters.
Thankfully, no.
Oh.
And it can splinter again in 2 rounds.
Can it?
I don't know. Depends if it's still around. Desaad. Desaad is lighting a torch.
Yeah, he's pretty convinced this whole place is going to burn.
The dolls. Do you threaten right now, Amadeus?
I do.
Okay, so this doll is
Do
walking.
you got combat reflexes?
I don't.
So does the reaction?
It's not.
Does it still KO?
Action, not an AOO.
Okay, so this thing is entering your square.
All right, I will kick it.
What's that?
I'm gonna kick it.
Okay.
Plus 13.
AC 16.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah, you feel bits of porcelain break.
All right.
Are your fists magical?
Oh, yes, they are.
Okay.
My Bard Songs +1. 12 damage.
Ooh, you bloody the doll. It ends up in your square. Then it attacks you twice. AC, net 1. AC 26.
Misses.
Roll to hit ally in range. Okay, so I'm going to roll to hit the... We'll say the wood golem because you guys are grappling. The dagger ends up in the wood golem. Pulls it free, and he doesn't do any damage, and then he attacks you a second time. +5. AC 15. Okay, a little fucker is trying to take you out at the ankles. The small horde of them that escaped the webs are now coming in. These little nasty bastards move at 30.
Chucky.
They all come scuttling out. Duggan, you're in the air, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he can jump up and get me. He's probably not.
I don't know why they made a doll with the face like a grandma. That is a doll, but it's got a grandma face.
Okay, Slake's gonna get an AOO on one of them. He slams at one of them. He does do damage as they're all like running up his legs.
Horrifying. Absolutely horrifying.
Comes from the shop, all these dolls all over him. I don't know if they could do any damage to him though. Let's see.
This will make it not horrifying.
No. There's something bad here. Okay. So he hit, and I was looking up his damage. 1d4 plus 18. Oh, doll has 1 hit point left. All right, the granny doll, the weird boy child, the innocent looking one, and the clown are all in Slake's squares, and they are attacking. I think that was 4. Yeah. I'm just going to leave them around Slake, but they're in his squares. That's 4 at plus 10. Slake's AC right now is 28. Okay. This doll also goes in. He will attack as well. And he gets his 3 attacks, so he's blowing for 20s at this point. Ignore the last one. Okay, so all these dolls are climbing all over Slake, and you hear like tink, 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 tink. Ah! He's enraged and trying to stomp on them, and they're crawling all over him. Now we've got 6, 7, 8, 9 of them trying to free themselves.
Stay in the webs. Stay in the webs.
1 nat 20.
2 of them get out.
Or, no, 120.
3 of them. 19 gets out.
Yeah, 19.
Okay. The teddy bear, for whatever reason, is staying back. It's just like waving his
Catch
little
you, make
knife.
you bleed.
And the weird one with the eyes is also staying back, but there's a small horde of them that are now gathered around, and they're like looking at each other and talking in mime-like movements. Delilah Hex is still in this damn web. Let's see what she can do. Does she have to make a check to cast?
She's considered grappled.
Grappled, so.
Depends on what type of spell. But yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the DC of the
17.
concentration check?
Sorry. So the DC should be equal to it's a grappled condition.
It's a 3rd level spell.
2nd level spell.
No, the spell that she's casting.
Oh, so it'd be sorry. Here, let me see. The grappled, it's CMB of the spell 10 plus the CMB of the opponent's grapple. I would just say that is the DC of the spell, so it's 17 plus the spell, so 20.
She got a 20 bang on.
Okay.
You ugly one. I suggest you take a long run away.
It's on Amadeus.
Amadeus, yep.
That is the ugly one.
DC 18 will save.
Okay, and that's mind affecting.
It is mind affecting.
Okay.
And it works against not humanoids.
It's a charm compulsion.
So the answer is yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The answer is yes to that one, but just checking.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. Is it an enchantment spell or effect?
Yes.
All right.
Your alien mind protects you. Is that it?
No, it's my monk gives me a bonus against that.
Got it.
29.
Now you felt this urge to go for a run. Maybe you'll run later. Not right now. You're
away from the arson we've committed.
she looks pissed off at this, and then she's going to spend some time trying to slip out of the webs. And her escape artist is plus 15.
So she escapes.
But she's still standing in the webs.
Yep.
Okay. Dingle.
Dingleberry is gonna. You take care of him, Slake. You got this.
Oh!
just get. Oh yeah, never mind. Your mouth's always shut.
Tink, tink, tink. Oh, their little blades are glowing blue.
Oh. I think it might be Zappy or Frosty or something. We're gonna aim real careful, like with a merciful arrow,
Okay.
and try to bop one off of Delilah's head.
Does the web provide cover?
The web does provide cover.
Okay.
It provides cover, and 20 feet of web provides total cover.
With cover, she's going to AC of 22.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can hit. We moved, we arcane struck, and we're going to try to put some non-lethal on her, so there's a less likelihood chance that we're a bunch of psychos.
Is that including point blank shot, bard song, bless?
Yes, and yes.
Okay, so it hits some of the webbing at the last moment. The arrow is just sort of looking at her.
And the arrow is destroyed because my life. Well, I guess you got. Sorry, lady. We'll see. I might throw another one out there, but yeah.
Agony.
He's still trying to beat up this wooden boy thing that's trying to close the door. Like, it seems to be like really like it's its job to close.
It's dormant.
Yep. Agony's just gonna pelt it again with a power attack. He hits.
I didn't know.
With Bard Song running, 16 damage. I think finally he puts it down. It moved to there on the wooden golem's turn, but it was kind of waiting for Capra to move out of the way, and it moved back towards the door, and I just like, BAM! Just a bunch of splinters everywhere, and the little wooden boy is no more.
Woody the doorman.
Then Agony will move into the room, but only so far to gawk for a moment at the scene of all the little dolls attacking Slake, and Slake going nuts, and they're in a dance of their own. Like, grabs one, pulls it off of it, throws it down, it gets back up, runs at Slake. He's got them crawling up on top of him. All you can hear is like tink 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 tink, like they're trying to mine Slake for something soft. Dugganschmirph.
Okay. He is going to blast the teddy bear.
Yeah, the teddy bear seems to be like guarding for some reason.
Not 20. It's a construct though, so.
Yep.
Summon a swarm of woodpeckers. Pecker swarm.
Okay, you rip a bolt through the teddy bear. There's stuffing everywhere, and the thing's just standing there looking at the big hole in its chest.
Okay.
It kind of falls back, but then slowly getting back up with teddy bear like movements.
All right. That's it.
Okay. A swift punch might rip it apart. Dee Dee continues her bard song.
Can you hit her with one of those arrows? Do they work on elves? Maybe they don't.
No. Elves don't like to sleep. They reverie. No, mister, you're not allowed to go in there.
Dee Dee's just going to let her bard song go, and she's tugging on Mistra's collar. She's not letting Mister go into the horror shop.
Shield your eyes.
Amadeus.
He pulls out a rope.
Okay.
The blood vine, because things that don't have muscles but move anyway are generally strong.
Yeah, this thing's pretty strong.
So,
you need to beat the CMD of 25 plus 5 because it didn't break the grapple last round. So
yeah, so
roping constructs.
42.
Yeah, the thing is now helpless.
It is a medium construct.
Now you still have the little bastard
Little bastard, yeah.
attacking at your feet.
When we find ways to make you large or huge, if we want to actually spend some power in that, and then you could rope like a gargantuan construct.
Come here.
Yeah, the wood pile's all freaking out, and it's trying to break out of the ropes. You can hear the ropes like stretching a little bit, their vines. So that was a move action to pull out your rope, and then
complex
a
action
complex
to
action
grapple.
to wrap him up. Okay, Slake. Yeah. He's attacking. Is one of them injured? Yeah, he's gonna punt the grandma doll. Punted, destroyed. He basically kicks it into a barrel, and the barrel breaks, and the doll breaks, and he will attack again. He's raging now, by the way. I think he missed.
That's fine. He's stomping around.
He's keeping him busy.
Power attack, raging, didn't drink his mutagen, is plus 13 with Bard Song, plus 8 on his second attack. Would be AC 13. No, he missed. And then plus 3 on his last one. He missed. Because he's stomping around with these little fuckers all over him.
You brought your doll. I have mine.
You shouldn't steal people's bodies. Like, so he's poking his head in from behind the door, and then he puts his head back.
Cog's gonna move in and start attacking the dolls that are on Slake. Somebody want to give me a roll? AC 16.
AC 16? Give me a second. Cog's booners to hit is...
The one might have hit.
The second one hits. The first one does not.
That could have been his flurry, too.
Yeah, that was a flurry. And then a hit. 2 hits.
Okay. He's attacking the clown doll.
Do they have DR of any variety?
DR magic.
DR magic. His punches are magic.
Yeah, because
do they take acid?
They do.
Okay. Oh my goodness! 27 damage.
Yeah, he destroys the clown doll. He
He
punches it off of Slake. It lands on the ground. He actually picks it up and rips it apart. No, it kind of dies. Magic being spread. Its little blade lands to the ground. Sunny.
I don't think we're ready for the fire yet.
Just let me know, says Agony.
Once we capture the woman, we can burn the rest down. Sunny is going to... he wants to keep his disrupting spells for just in case he gets ganked by a wizard. A divider ganks us. He's just he's letting the hooks do their work. He's talking shit from the back, and
the wood golem's gonna try to break the bonds.
DC 30.
Its strength is cannot make.
Yeah, don't set the place on fire until we destroy the golem so I can get my rope back, because it's very expensive. It's designer rope, let's just say.
It's your Calvin Klein rope. This ain't no Walmart special over here.
Right.
This thing came from the Gap.
All right, who's next?
Okay. Desaad marches up and disappears into an adjacent building. Dolls.
Don't burn the whole district down. or if if like maybe Delilah magic jarred into this woman and her body's right here somewhere.
Okay,
There's
the teddy bear continues to guard. 3 of the dolls move forward, and they're coming after Capra.
What the fuck?
You get an AOO as they're entering your square.
I don't have them.
Okay.
No. Oh, oh, you're like little rats, aren't you? It's fucking rats with knives. That should
Okay.
make you bleed.
AC 19, 25, and 27.
I didn't drink my music. I got cut 2 times.
Okay, so the first one, do you take cold damage?
Give me a second. I believe I do. Yes, although I do have DR3.
Okay, so I don't think they could do damage to you. I think it's just the cold on the blades that do. So you take 1d6 cold from one attack, which is 5, and 4 on the other.
Ow! Ow!
You also need to make 2 fortitude saves against the supernatural cold or be paralyzed.
What?
The fortitude saves are DC 12.
But still, there's so many of them.
I make it!
Yep, you're like, that was cold! Oh, that was cold!
I doesn't feel good! Hey, these little fuckers are gonna kill them!
The Guardian dolls are CR3 apiece.
Oh,
I wasn't treating them like that. I was treating them like they were CR half.
yeah. Same here. No, they that's a concern.
Okay, the one that's in Amadeus' square is attacking him. AC 16,
I will
AC
grapple him.
14. Oh, I guess you grapple the doll. Okay.
29. I'm
Yeah, the
assuming
thing-
that gets the tiny doll.
The tiny doll's CMD is 11. All right, it's grappled. It's like clattering its little jaw and trying to hit you with the knife.
But it still gets its attacks. It's just
Yeah.
that
Okay, so
extra
AC
minus
14 and then AC 6, so it misses completely. This doll seems to be hanging back. The teddy bear seems to be guarding. And then there's all the ones that are on Slake. There's 3 of them left. They need to roll 20s, so they get 9 attacks on Slake. None of them hit. Ding, 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 ding. Oh! But he feels that there's something magical about those little daggers. Dingle. Oh no, sorry. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them that are caught in the webs
Oh, this is a bunch of bullshit.
are wiggling their ways out of the webs and like cutting the webs, and 3 of them have escaped.
All 7's just grappled. It's not in the web.
Oh yeah.
So I guess I could put it in the web, couldn't I?
I will. 2 of them have escaped. These 2 have made their way to this side, and one of them is the dragon doll. And yeah, you could see little like toy flames coming out of its mouth.
Are they blue flames?
Hmm.
We're going to.
They look blue.
So I will get AOs if I fire in the melees.
Yep.
Because they're in my space.
Yep.
We are going to.
I think you got to go back diagonally to avoid the AOs.
You could 5-step, yeah.
I can 5-foot step here too.
Oh, that's right. They're tiny.
They're tiny little fuckers.
They're tripping over each other to get at you.
I think we want a heroism because we're going to have to make 14.
Okay, so you cast heroism on yourself. You will be heroic and fight the dolls.
He died.
Agony is just basically trying to like pick at them and hammer the dolls off of Slake. 3 attacks from Agony. He hit a critical miss, which is a miss. and a miss. So Agony's goddamn critical miss. He falls prone. He trips on some of the broken bits of the wooden boy that he destroyed.
The streak continues.
He did hit once though.
Just for story purposes, I would very much like to see after he gains his full half dragon form, like
It'd be awesome.
To be awesome. Like his luck just changed. It would work very nice for the story because right now he's.
Yeah, he bats at one of them and then he trips on some of the stuff in the doorway and falls down. He snarls, as is tradition. Dugan, then he, I guess, even from prone, he was sitting there and he took a swing, but he missed on the last one.
So that teddy bear didn't do anything.
No, the teddy bear is just back there guarding.
Okay.
He's like he's got a hole through his chest. He got back up and he's just waving his dagger around.
All right.
And this little doll is like taking cover for around the corner.
All right.
Like you see her peeking out at what's going on.
Taking cover?
Yep.
That's the one I'm killing. Puppet master.
Dugganschmirph, what are you doing?
He's gonna fly over to this side of the room, up and over.
Okay, you can see these one. This one has its knife out, and it's like looking towards Amadeus.
Traitor!
And then this little like doll that's actually made out of metal. It's got little blue flames that are coming out of its mouth, and the blue eyes light up when it looks at you. It's
All right,
dragon.
he's gonna try and hurt it.
Okay. Sorry, I've been
AC
sneezing
36.
for the last 2 days.
I am having the allergies.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's got DR, but
DR 5 good, or sorry, 5 magic.
okay. So I get through the magic. So 16 damage.
16 damage. You injure the dragon doll. There's a bunch of stuffing that comes out of it that are like beads. It's still there. Still moving.
That's my go.
Dee Dee. She's not going in there. Amadeus.
Amadeus is going to
Spike that doll like a football.
basically we're gonna chalk it up to a strike.
Okay.
He's gonna, I guess, let go of the grapple because he's not gonna maintain it.
Okay.
Power attack.
So it's still in your square where you left it.
It could be in any of the squares that he threatens.
Yeah.
That's adjacent. Like it should be in an adjacent square to Amadeus.
Yeah.
So did you let go of it in the webs?
Sure.
Okay. And you drop it in the webs and then you punch it one.
For AC 29.
Slam it to the ground in the webs, stepping on it.
12 for 19 damage.
Yeah, you break it.
Oh, it's so bad.
Its little knife stops glowing.
And
I don't have fireball.
she's not moving. Why is she no? That dragon concerns me.
What, this way thing?
How's it looking?
The dolls have paralysis.
It looks pretty beat up. It's like got a bunch of like beans pouring out of the wound that Dugganschmirph made, but it does have like magical blue flames coming out of its head. It's bloodied.
Magic, right? All right, I'll punch it.
Okay. With your snapping turtle stance, you go rock. Give it a good backhand.
Oh, damn it! Plus 12.
Yeah, you strike it. You break one of its toy wings and smush its face.
19 damage.
Holy crap! You're a hard hitter. Yeah, the thing. You pull your hand back quickly as there's a bunch of cold energy that's dissipating, and all sorts of weird. Yep. Yeah, Amadeus's form is all aberrant, so it's goose pimples that all sort of like open up and little hairs come out, and the hairs like sort of
Gross.
they sort of lick out like their little tongues.
Just in patches, though.
Yeah.
Because uniformity is an anathema to this body.
Right. Cog, there are 2 injured dolls, 1 injured doll and 2 non-injured dolls that are climbing all over Slake.
Well,
and then there's
we're gonna
a small horde of them that are coming after Capra.
commence the puncheroo.
Okay.
Hit. Miss.
Miss. Okay.
And miss. So, are they wounded or are they fresh?
One of them is wounded.
One of them is wounded? Okay, so we'll 1 punch on the wounded one punch on the fresh one.
Okay, on the innocent-looking doll, you break its porcelain face.
Oh, 5 damage. Is the wounded one dead or no?
It's gone.
It's gone. Okay, then the one of the other dog. 9 damage.
Okay, that does not quite bloody the doll. This one looked like the portly little boy. Its head turns around 180 degrees to look at you. Then shutters back.
I can do that too. You cannot creep me out, little creep.
Sonny.
Sonny, I think we're gonna. I don't know.
He told me you would come to play.
This is what the woman says.
Oh, we're gonna find out who.
The mage with one eye. How much did he pay you?
He said I could make dolls out of you.
You can't. No.
Yeah, that's a big no.
It's a pretty big no. We're going to. I don't have a lot of stuff for this. I don't think constructs take Bane. Like I could.
This might just be one of those fights where Sonny sits back again. Plus, you're hexed. You don't want to attract attention.
Sonny's going to look very concerned from the alleyway.
Just as an aside, I made this party in Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm doing a playthrough with and I'm hacking the file so I get Gestalt and all of that. So I made Agony, Slake, Capra, Dee, Dugganschmirph, and Sonny. And there are rounds where Sonny, in turn-based combat, there are rounds where I just go, next. Like, he just stands back and just, next. Like, wait, I got nothing right now. Like, they're handling this.
They're doing their job.
I don't need to expend all my resources. Unfortunately, there's no cow familiar in the Pathfinder Kingmaker game, but I did make an elk. It was the closest thing that I could make. So I've got a little baby elk that runs around the battlefield and hits
awesome.
Things. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. This is a solid group, by the way. These are some solid builds, and they translate well into the video game. Dugganschmirph, oh my god. It is so easy to set up sneak attacks in Pathfinder Kingmaker. Between Earth Kineticus, which is the closest I could get to you just chuck things at people, and sneak attack. Like, everyone's like, yay, 20 damage, 15 damage, 5 damage. Dugganschmirph is like, sneak attack, 50 damage, chunked. I'm like, oh, okay. I see what kineticists do. Lots of fun. All right. Sonny, so the wood golem. The wood golem can't get out. However, it can splinter this round, and it's an AoE attack. I don't know if this does damage to objects or not. I have a feeling it does half damage to objects. So, wooden splinters go erupting all around the creature. Does 14 damage to the rope.
Oh, that's I gotta check the rope.
The Bloodvine rope.
I will check.
The rope's not magical, right?
No, it's not. It is alchemically treated, so it's
Okay.
stronger. I'm guessing 14 breaks it, but I'm going to 50-foot length, DC 30. Hardness 5, 10 hit points. So 14 damage?
14 damage?
It's still there.
It's still there. Amadeus, you're in the area of this, so you also need to make your reflex save.
I will do that.
You have a 9 points of damage on your rope. Your rope has a hit point left.
Yep. I believe the stomping. I can just tie him up with another rope, I guess, but I think the stomping needs to happen.
Just stomp on its head till it stops.
Okay, you evade. You just kind of dive back behind one of the big wooden shipping crates, and a bunch of splinters are sticking out of the wood. Okay, that was the wood golem. It can't do anything else. It can do its little spray again in 4 rounds. Boo. Boo!
Burns.
Desaad comes wandering out of the building. There's somebody yelling, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's got a lantern.
He's having a hard time with his torch.
No, he's got his lit torch.
Oh,
He wants the oil.
ah.
It would really be helpful if when he committed crimes, he turned into a form of, say, one of our enemies. Instead of the guy who's following us all the time.
We'll say that he's turned into
That's fine,
Azrael the
I'm a
wizard.
sanctioned wizard.
I'm a sanctioned wizard, and I come bearing fire.
I require your lantern.
Yeah, you can hear some old lady going, "Hey, bring that back!" The Desaad. All right, dolls.
Oh, no. I don't want the dolls to go.
Amadeus, you get an AOO.
I do.
The phrase cut you, make you bleed.
Well, immediate action. Yeah, so 27, I grapple it.
You
Pick
can
it up.
grapple on AOs. You grapple on AOs?
It's not an AO. Oh, I do get an AO. Yeah, okay, I'll take the AO first then. Sorry,
Okay.
I was thinking you missed a...
Nope. It moves into your square, triggering an AOO for movement.
AC 29. Plus 13 damage.
You bust up its porcelain face a little bit, and then it attacks you.
Okay.
Hitting AC 26.
Misses.
Okay,
so
it came close, though. It was like you were going to stick your foot down hard on it, and it like pointed its dagger straight up, and you're like, "Oh no, I'm not going to do that." So it moved. It attacked once, and it gets a second attack. Oh,
Yeah,
it missed.
I'm not going to bother grappling it because I don't think it's going to make much of it. I think it's probably bowling for 20s at this point anyway, and I'm just going to drop it.
Okay.
Because I got to put the wood golem down.
All right, the 2 that are climbing around Slake, they are still in his square. They're diligently attacking, looking for chinks in his armor, and does not find it. Then the 3 that are coming at Capra all gang up on Capra, launching themselves off of shipping crates and jumping at his ankles and climbing up the side of his leg. And you get AOs if you have them.
Piss and Vinegar Squad. I don't have a bow.
Okay. Then they take their attacks. It's 23, 11, and 17.
Ah, you suck.
There's one dangling on your
horn.
horns and trying to attack you. You're like, shaking. Another one's on your legs and like attacking where your knee was or should be if you were a normal boy. And then they're bowling for, well, I don't know your
Says
AC.
a goat boy.
Yeah. AC 24 with a knife.
Well, I'll queue up a fort save because that sounds like fun.
Okay, so it does no damage with the physical dagger, but the cold from the dagger does 1 cold damage and a fort save DC 12.
Well, okay, now the fort save is a don't roll 1 fort save because spells. Didn't roll a 1.
Okay, your leg goes numb a little bit, but
Fucking murder puppets.
Fucking whole
and then
infestation can burn you all down to the ground.
the 4 that are in the webs are just trying to get out. Oh, I need to roll through more. DC 17.
Yep.
This one is now out.
I believe it has to make a check to, like, it's a check to ungrapple and then a check to move. It gets really, like, and now, yeah.
16.
So it's stuck again. Keep your CR3s in the web. Browses.
All right. I think I've got all the dolls. Then it's Delilah Hex. She doesn't take any damage. Okay.
What do you mean? That's not Delilah Hex. That is Miss Murphy from down the street.
She hasn't hexed Amadeus yet, has she?
Something. She suggested him.
Okay. So she's going to
Time to sleep.
DC 17.
Mind effect.
This one, I don't know. I think so. Let me check sleep hex.
I'll roll it and we'll see if it matters. It does not.
Okay. Yeah, it's a supernatural ability as per the spell sleep. So yeah, it's
It would have been, yeah.
It's not bad.
You want to get out of them
them webs? No,
webs?
she's pretty safe back here, I think.
Is that what you think?
That's what she thinks. That's a complex action. She's got 1 action left. She's got a short sword in her hand. She pulls out a potion.
So she's dropped the doll?
The hex doll, yes.
Okay.
No, she'll stow the hex doll. She stows it into a little
Damn it.
a little
I
belt
want
on
to
the
take
side.
potions.
Dingle.
Dingle. These fucking some bitch.
You got 3 of these little bastards on you.
Okay, Dingle is gonna step.
Yep, leaving little bastards behind.
Leave little bastards behind. And then, how? If I step again, do I get a better shot? I guess I do. I will. I'm going to step again, and I'm going to try to shoot this little doll thing taking cover, just with great violence and arrow thrusting.
This little angry faced doll.
The little angry faced doll that kind of has like similar kind of hairstyle is doing things like trying to preserve itself. We're gonna kill that one.
Okay. Do you
all right.
ignore cover at all, or
Not yet.
all right?
Excellent 6th level feat for a ranger.
Yeah. I'm not a ranger though.
Oh, that's right. You can. I think you can. No, you can't. Shit.
No. All right, so we're going to rapid shot, and we'll just see if this thing takes damage.
Okay.
AC 18,
Misses.
AC 21.
It's misses. She ducks.
There's a bitch over here. Get that one.
Neither one of those attacks came close.
Get that one. That's the one.
Agony gets himself off the ground. He's going to attack one of the dolls that's injured on Slake. He viciously attacks it and knocks it to pieces on the ground. There we go. and then he'll attack again. Hitting. And almost destroying it all in one swipe. Okay, so Agony, Cog, and Slake are all battling these horrible dolls at the doorway. Dugganschmirph.
Dugganschmirph is going to heed Capra's call.
Get it!
I can see doll 15 there?
Yep, you can see the teddy bear is reacting to this, and it's coming forward, Capra.
Is that Delilah? It's Delilah, right? That one. Yeah, you saw that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with the cover, she's got an AC 29.
Fuck off. 28, I missed.
There's a combination of force effects, cover, hard armor. Like you just sent a bunch of her dollhouse kind of splattering into her face. She growls at you. She definitely looks like she's got more tactics than the other dolls. Dee Dee. No, she sees Capra's injured, so she's gonna fly to here. And I think there's enough dolls that she can ignore. She's not sure if she heals them or not, but there is a 30-foot radius channel that comes into the room. The dolls are not affected. And she heals at 46 now, I think. 17 healing, Capra.
Feels good. Little fucking things. The little infestation, little bastards.
Yeah, this is not fun anymore.
Oh, it's kind of fun. I'm sort of like what you call it, the thingy where it's all like macabre.
No.
It's the macabre thing.
Amadeus.
He's going to just pound on the helpless golem.
Okay, there's still a doll trying to hit you with a knife.
He's ignoring it.
Okay. So you're letting it cut you?
Not quite.
Okay.
You bleed your blood.
AC 26.
Yeah, the thing is helpless right now, so you're splinters flying everywhere. It has DR5 adamantine, and that last one even hits.
Okay, so what's the
DR5 adamantine.
Okay, so
you're like breaking through bits of wood like they are training boards.
Leave Splinter alone.
Splinter just took 35 damage.
Ooh. Okay. Splinter is not bloodied. Slake. These three dolls are going after Capra. There's one in his square still.
Come on, you bastards. Oh, the ones that chased me.
He destroys the one that's on him. Ah! Then they're all basically clustered in the square that Capra left, so he then kicks at one of them in that group. Hitting.
These are one of those monsters where great cleave for me.
Killing another doll. Still two of them, however.
Oh, God.
Cog
is going to step.
So
actually, he's going to extendo punch, extendo fist.
Suspending an action to make his arm go long.
And it's going to just pummel these things.
Okay.
Hits.
Hit. His acidic fists.
AC 17.
Hitting.
Hits. And sorry, that's AC 15. Okay, 2 hits. So 10 damage.
With the heart of the Ironbark Ent, his fists are acidic. He does 10 damage and 12 damage, destroying a doll. Melting its porcelain face. It's like its dagger falls from its hands, and the glow from the dagger disappears.
This is a gateway encounter for Capra to someplace bad. These are like vermin, but they're like humanoid vermin. Like they're quite literally like they're exactly like killing spiders or monsters or whatever, but they look like people.
Personified
Supernatural
vermin.
version.
Yeah.
Sunny. Yeah, that's why Dewdrop's going in there. This place is a house of nightmares.
No, this is awful.
This is the death of innocence.
Dee Dee,
She's sobbing.
Later on, when Duggan is holding up a doll with telekinesis and making it dance around, it's not going to help either.
No. No.
It was a joke.
the woman is possessed or hexed or something.
But sleep doesn't work on elves.
No, but I have a protection from evil prepared, and that might help her escape the clutch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go do that.
Guy has a long face.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I am waiting for my moment. Yeah, he's gonna continue to wait for his moment.
Okay. The wood golem can't splinter. He's still stuck in the webs. Desaad. As a sanctioned wizard, I sanction the use of fire. Let me know when I should go in there.
Don't you fucking dare.
Is that Amadeus?
Yeah.
Okay. The dolls, the one in Amadeus' square. What's your AC, Mark?
27.
Doesn't need a 20. Oh, come on, Madrant.
No, I got a little dinghy at the front of it.
Oh.
AC 23. AC 24 and AC nothing. And then this doll, they're kind of stupid. It goes after Capra. Its movement provokes an AOO from both Slake and Cog.
Punch you.
Slake also punches it.
9 damage.
Yeah, between the two of you, you basically kick and punch this thing across the room. It goes sailing into the wall. The little girl doll that was hiding like hisses at that, like she's reacting each of her little dolls being destroyed.
Hey, you think it's funny now? Wait till you're not laughing yet.
So the one in there attacked. Oh yeah, this one is coming up to Duggan and chucks his little knife at you.
How dare you?
I guess that knife is going to be the next weapon being chucked.
AC 26.
That hits.
What's your DR, Cold Iron?
It's 3, and I've got 4 temporary hit points.
Okay, so
Sorry, it's 2, and I got 4 temporary.
It does no damage from the dagger itself. However, the cold on the dagger does 4. And a DC 12 fort save versus the paralysis.
Make it.
Okay, so you don't fall helpless and paralyzed before the little creature. The dagger falls down, and you can see he grows another one.
So is that 4 damage after the temporary hit points?
No, that's 4 against your temporary.
Okay.
The dagger falls to the ground, stops glowing blue, but he produces another one from his little teddy bear arm, and that one begins to glow blue.
Fuck you.
It looks like it wants to get you for making a big hole through its belly. And then there's these 4 things trying to get out of the webs, and one of them breaks free but isn't able to move. Delilah Hex.
Unpossesses the body and apologizes profusely and rains treasure upon us for the inconvenience and the nightmare fuel.
Nope. There are plenty of people that she hasn't used her sleep hex on. So I think Dugganschmirph's going to get a sleep hex.
No!
She snaps her head towards you like she's reacting to the teddy
threat?
bear being attacked. And DC 17 will save or fall asleep.
17, you say.
Hmm.
20.
Ooh. You have a +5?
Yeah. Kineticist rogue. Their will save is not great.
And low wisdom.
And then racial level, I think.
No, the race doesn't. Oh, the race gets. Yeah. 3
Okay,
of it's
so
from
complex
the race.
action. This round, she takes out a potion bottle.
If it weren't for the race, he'd have a +2
Dingle.
with a magic item.
Jingle! Oh, you think you're gonna have for me or something? Go here! Get you coming here! Capra's coming up. And now he's going to dump arrows into her face from point blank range.
This doll has really expressive facial expressions, and the doll is perfectly animating. Like its facial expressions are animating, like it's some sort of garish facsimile of a humanoid.
Get us back the elf, little monster! Help!
So you moved, and then what?
I moved.
Yeah, the teddy bear kind of went like as you went by, like you're like, oh.
I'm going to pump arrows into its face. I'm assuming it doesn't have cover
No,
anymore.
it doesn't have cover anymore. You walked right up to it.
And we're going to just try to put it down. So we're just going to try to put arrows into it. So point blank, deadly aim, and rapid shot. Oh my! AC 28, I think, would have hit.
Would have hit. Yeah. You one of your arrows as you're taking it out gets caught on the webs, and you're like, damn it!
The AC 19 is a miss.
Yeah, it hops off to the side.
AC 24
misses within 1.
again.
This one, she actually put up her hands, and the arrow could have broke against her hands, and
Help! Help!
agony. I think it's time. Agony moves in, unhinges his jaw.
Goodbye, rope.
He is burning the wood creature and the doll that's caught behind it. I think he has to move all the way up to here. What is his?
I thought he had a cone. Does he get a line?
I know. I think it is a cone, not a line. It's a cone. His cone is a 5d6 cone of fire. He's had enough.
When the webs are gone, grab the elf and bring it to me.
Okay. Let's go around the room. The wooden creature, this type of golem, is vulnerable to fire.
One would imagine.
And it's also helpless right now. It doesn't make a saving throw. I don't think it gets one.
I think it gets one with a 0 dex.
With a 0 dex. Okay, so -8 on its dex. It gets a reflex save at -3.
And I think in addition, evasion and stuff doesn't work when you're helpless. I think
That
that's
would make
part of
sense.
the
It would
evasion
make
description.
sense.
Look at its roll.
Oh, fuck off.
Fucking stupid.
Okay, so the best way for it would be divide by 2, 9, and then vulnerable takes another 4, so it takes 13 damage.
Yeah, helpless, like, depending on where you get the evasion from, helpless rogues don't get evasion.
That rope is gone now. It also takes another 2d4 from the burning webs.
Yep.
Multiplied by 1.5 is 3. Modron just saying nope.
Modron going, why even bother?
Right. Okay. The guardian dolls are also vulnerable to fire, and they are grappled. So I think they're at
-4 deck, -2 on the reflex save.
-2. Yeah. So there are 4 of them. 4 at 1d20 plus 4 minus 2. They all fail, so they burn up badly. For 18 becomes 27 damage, so he destroys all 4 of these dolls. And then the elven woman, she's not caught in the webs, but she's still sitting in the webs.
So damage, and then she gets 2d4.
Yeah.
The burning.
So she takes 9 damage. And then 2d4, which we rolled, was 2. Okay. All right. Basically, the shop is on fire now. Oh, all the little doily curtains and the varnished floors and some of the varnish used for the dolls just kind of boom. Like it is a horrible scene. The little doll that Capra is engaging is screaming. Delilah Hex kind of goes begins to scream as well, and even the little teddy bear is going.
Bring the elf to me.
Yeah, and the one that's in Amadeus' square is also making a horrible noise. That was Agony, just saying that's it. Dugganschmirph.
You did a good job. That was a good breath.
Dugganschmirph is fly to there.
Okay.
Actually, can he get? That was 25.
Try to get to like I don't threaten.
Oh, that's right.
I need to take a feat or craft magic horns or something. There's got to be a fawn like horn cap somewhere.
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, I'm sure it's worth a feat.
Miss.
Okay. Dewdrop. Why are we burning the place?
I think because it's horrible. There's a witch in there who curses people.
Is this building connected to other buildings?
It doesn't look like it from the way the walls are drawn.
Let's see. On the left-hand side, if I roll a 1, it be connected. 2, there's a space where there's a possibility. 3, there's just a really big alley. Big alley. All right. Along the back, it's connected. And along the other side, where Desaad ran into, there is an alley. So there's some sort of adjacent building here. And then
does it have a sign that says like we're a bunch of jerks and with bad business practices?
And there's a thin alleyway. All right, DD's.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Should I start dumping water?
We should make certain the other businesses don't burn.
Okay. She's flying over to the other buildings to like cast lots of great water.
Great water.
DD Fire Brigade. Amadeus.
Fine, you deal with it.
You destroy my rope, you get to get punched in the face by a golem.
He's going to try and tumble because he obviously provokes.
Yep. The wood golem CMD is 25. The little dolly thing is 11.
Amadeus, could you grab the woman and bring her here? I'd like to
That's the plan.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys. Skills. Here we go. Plus 10. Yeah, it's a stiff request. Plus 10. No! Take your AOs.
Okay, so first the doll. AC 13, and then the wood golem's gonna give you a nice punch. AC 25.
Misses. And then he's going to grab Delilah.
Okay. Her CMD is something like 19.
38.
38. It's like she's moving her hands hurts because of all the pins in them, and you just sort of scoop her up. Slake. Oh, Girdage!
Golem fire!
He goes running over and
Rock'em sock'em golem!
I will remove that.
oh, he missed.
That was 4.
See, here's the thing. If Slake was a joke, we would be laughing at Slake for like he's missed every round against things he shouldn't have missed.
Yep.
So there's some confirmation bias in the agony thing, just a little bit.
He basically spent the round kind of walking through a burning burning packing crate and sort of swiped at the golem and missed, but then his other slam comes up and strikes it for 1d4 plus 18, which bypasses this thing's DR.
Nice.
Power attack slam to the face for 20 damage. The thing is bits of wood falling off of it, and it's teetering on its heels. Cog. Somebody's controlling Cog.
I am. Sorry. Cog is going to
Sidekick the golem, or
go punch the crap out of that golem. What? True. Cha. 2 hits.
okay. The first one destroys the golem doll, and the second one hits the wood golem.
Okay. D8 plus 1d6 plus 9 damage.
Is that included? He doesn't have DR at a bad time, so
No.
At
4 damage.
At least 5 acid.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
The 5 acid works.
Then acid goo.
It's got single-digit hit points left.
It's about to shard in her face.
Sunny.
Sunny is readying to cast a protection from evil.
Okay. Wood golem is going to retort with 2 slams of its own. It's going to do just a full round attack on Slake.
This is dangerous for Slake.
AC 15, AC 20.
Oh, we're okay.
Bang, bang! Ha, ha, ha! Metal beats wood.
We're just not going to say anything.
I'm a sanctioned wizard. This activity is sanctioned. And Desan goes running in, and he just looks at this place and whips his whips the lantern into the dollhouse. Oh yeah, he gets it right in the upper floor. It rolls around, it cracks, and a bunch of oil is coming down, and the tinder keg of this display is catching fire.
You think you made a good decision now? Creepy little doll thing!
You're killing my friends.
You tried to kill her, Sonny!
Don't worry. I can always make new friends. Replacements.
Infestation.
The dolls. She goes into the burning building.
No. Get back here and face punishment.
She runs a couple movements into this little back room Gouts of flame.
All right, Duke, it's all up to you.
Capra, Dugan, you think with your really, really keen ears, you thought you heard something like metallic, like a hinge, kind of go.
Okay.
Delilah Hex. She's smoldering. She's grabbed by Amadeus.
She can still use hexes. I think they're supernatural. I don't
Yep.
think she.
She doesn't really have any that work really well. She already tried to sleep hex Amadeus. She tried to sleep hex Dugan. Has she tried to sleep hex Capra?
No.
Okay. So, yeah, Capra's threatening the smart doll, we'll call it. So yeah, Capra's getting sleep hexed. Delilah kind of turns her neck towards Capra, kind of looking over Amadeus's shoulder and points a finger at Capra.
Does a 13 make it?
Capra falls asleep.
No.
The teddy bear would have went first before Delilah, so it actually ran up to Capra first and tried to attack him. So this is before you fell asleep.
Okay.
Sorry, I got a little excited there. Too excited. AC 12 and AC 7.
Those are D10s.
AC 21 and AC 14.
Okay.
Okay. But then you got hexed and fell asleep, and you're in the same square as the murderous teddy bear doll.
That can't physically do damage to me,
Correct.
but does do damage from the cold, so there would be a fort save or die.
Dingle.
Yep.
You gotta be fucking shitting me.
You're asleep.
I wanted to pull out my panpipes and have a bunch of rats explode out of the sewers. I'm gonna poke the doll back out,
Okay.
but I can't. I'm
like,
sleeping.
you kind of fall asleep, like, yeah, all the rats would just come out and win the day.
Win the day.
Hey, it's nice and toasty here.
I
I'm coughing a little bit as you're curling up. That is unsanctioned activity. Desad's pointing at Capra. Agony. Agony sees that. He's the first to react. He'll leave the wood creature to deal with, or Slake to deal with the wood creature. He's going to go over and save his buddy Capra. He likes Capra.
Hey, buddy.
He double moves over here and just kicks Capra away. Get up! This little teddy bear, tink, tink, just climbing up you. It's got a hole like this through it, and stuffing everywhere. Yeah, that. Dugganschmirph.
It's gonna end that teddy bear. 20.
Boom! It's just a bunch of fluff. Its head is gone.
Okay.
You do more than 4 damage, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Or 3 damage? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Its head is gone, a bunch of fluff everywhere. It drops its dagger, it stops glowing blue, and Capra, like, kind of gets it off of him. And kicks it into the burning building. Inside the building. Dee Dee. Where's Dee Dee? Oh, yeah, she's playing Fire Brigade right now. Amadeus?
He's going to make a grapple check to move her, half his speed.
Yep.
So 23. Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, plus 5.
19 is her.
All right, so that's as far as we can get. And he's going to try and stunning fist her.
Give her a shot to the sternum.
Non-lethal damage.
Okay.
Plus.
She has a potion and a sword in her hand, so.
AC 32.
Oh, yep, that hit.
So it's going to be 14 non-lethal.
Okay, she's still awake.
And the DC for the fort save.
17.
I think you failed. Let me double check. 18, so you're stunned.
Okay, she drops the potion. 1, the potion bottle just breaks completely. 2, it cracks and could be saved if somebody acts quickly. 3, it's all right. Okay, there's a potion rolling around. It like there's a little like spray coming out of it, and then the sword clangs to the ground as well. Whoa! Fire's kind of like catching hold of another vat of varnish or something, or some paints.
All right, I'm
some
sorry,
paint,
guys. I can't hold it anymore. I'll be right back.
There's a paint collection, probably a bunch of paint cans behind the
we
behind
get
the
high.
Boom! This place is going up quick. Slake's having a boxing match right now with this wood golem. He's laughing. Slake is laughing. He's having fun. Oh, look at that critical miss on the first one. But would have hit. Then he struck it again. So he slipped on some of the, like, his feet shifted as he walked through one of the packing crates, and there's just splinters all over the place. He slipped on a little bit, but adjusted himself and slammed his fist into the wood golem's face. 1d4 plus 18. The golem's face shatters and the whole thing comes apart. Wooden blocks falling this way and that as he destroys the golem. He's got 1 action left. He looks around. You may want to get out of here. I can stand the fires. Anything worth keeping? And with his last action, he actually kicks the doll into the fire. Cog. I think Cog's just gonna jet onto the other side of the room, and then he uses his action to pick Capra back up. There you go. Here you go.
Here.
Sunny.
Sunny's going to move in.
Okay.
And is going to cast Protection from Evil on Delilah.
Nice.
Come on.
I think this...
I have a touch attack to make. Theoretically, could just sit around holding the charge like a jerk butt.
Yeah.
I do not hold the charge like a jerk butt.
Okay, you touch Delilah's skin. The spell takes effect. Technically, this has a will negates harmless. Can you decide not to have one?
If it's harmless, you choose to, like...
You can opt not to make the save.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Like heal spells have will negate. Unless you're dead.
Subject immediately receives another saving throw against possession. If successful, such effects are suppressed for the duration of the spell. Okay. Cool. And the DC would be...
This is where we find out that she's been the puppet for the last 2 decades.
Oh, she rolled well. She just goes slack. Some light returns to her eyes. Run, is what she says.
Oh, we plan on it.
And despite your attacks at Amadeus and you like giving her a good hoof to the to the sternum. She actually like wraps her arms around you and looks like she wants to get out of here.
Okay.
Flee, she says in Elven.
Time to go. I believe it's time to go.
Wood golem's destroyed. This looting is sanctioned. And just like where the table of the workshop is, he just kind of opens the coil of his robes and grabs as much as he can and goes running out of the burning building.
I don't want the doll to get away.
I think we've broken out of combat. It's the dolls, then Delilah Hex. I'm spending a DM point for the thing to crawl into the sewers.
Okay, my next action is going to be summon a swarm of rats from the sewers, and we'll see if it brings that clog with it. That's what Capra's going to do before leaving this place. Is going to use the pipes, the sewers to spew forth rats and see if that catches her.
So the rat swarms probably will convince her not to come back today, like to come back and hassle you guys. I think that effectively ends combat as you send a bunch of burning rats into the sewers.
Also, Capra does not give two shits about sending a swarm of rats into a burning building.
Yep. Dee Dee, I'm going to spend a DM point to have Dee Dee successfully play Fire Brigade.
Okay.
As the group of you heads out into the street, having rescued Delilah Hex or whatever her name is.
We're taking her to one of our prisons because we need to figure out how to. I've got some spells like detect charm and a few other things that can help figure out what the heck's going on here.
Okay. Is anyone helping Dee Dee? Keeping the neighborhood from
Amadeus will like empty the buildings of people.
Okay.
Sunny can once we've got the woman in a way that we think that is like Sunny can also produce water or create water.
Okay.
Can he produce any healing for her?
He can also produce healing, but if the whole idea is for her to be gently sleeping while because she's being possessed by some sort of terrible monster.
Oh yeah.
Then
she's still possessed.
Right.
Probably.
Yeah. We might need a break enchantment or something.
All right, so Dee Dee conjures gallons and gallons of water. You do see that the people in the nearby buildings, as this building is burning down, do play Fire Brigade, but a lot of people in the neighboring buildings that are nowhere near this fire are just watching. Either they're too afraid to go near it, or they know that maybe
it's a horrible building that deserves to burn down.
Yep.
Sunny has create water. He also has a sleet storm if we actually want to just put out the fire.
Dee Dee's hustling. She's got all sorts of like smoke inhalation, and she's been dumping water into the fire, and she looks like she's trying to save the day alone.
Okay. That's fine.
Yep.
Sunny will just watch. Can
you help? You can create water, can't you?
I can.
You go low, I go high. Don't breathe the smoke in. It's not good for old men like you, though.
It's better to be low when it comes to smoke.
Yeah.
She goes back to producing water.
Hey! Hey, get down here! Dee Dee, get down here!
What?
He casts a spell called Gentle Breeze on Dee Dee.
Oh, that's much better.
You basically, it provide, the wind always blows the stuff out of your face.
Yep.
And it gives you a bonus versus gases and smokes and stuff.
Nice. She actually goes into the building this time and fights the fire head on.
Capra has that spell as because he goes into sewers and stuff, and so he doesn't have to spell the poo-poo.
About an hour later, you start to see like sheriff's deputies amongst other fire brigades. Like the authority is showing up.
Oh, Sonny takes his doll back.
Yep.
Sonny has his doll.
You have a hex doll.
Putting on my sheet a Sonny hex doll. And I'll figure out if maybe this will be good for like scrying on me or something. This is where we try to convince the authorities that.
Are you guys avoiding the authorities? There's enough crowds that you could just go away.
Let's just go away.
Let's just go away.
Okay. They don't see the invisible firefighter, and eventually Dee Dee catches up to you.
Yeah.
She lands on Cog's head.
The fire's out. That place was wrong. Hey, we got the elf lady, yay!
Yes.
She's not stealing at the Steel Rose.
No. Well, we probably should take her to the hideout. That's where the cells are anyway. So we can break the curse or something. Maybe the spell will wear off.
Yeah, you can definitely bring her to the rat den.
Yep.
And stick her in one of the cells.
Mm-hmm.
I totally forget who you've got in the cells right now, but you could definitely put her down there.
Well, yeah, it's been a while.
We're gonna attempt to like see if we can like detect magic and figure out what remove her gear, and then figure out how to prevent the I guess she's a witch. We've kind of gathered that much. What knowledge check is it to figure out how to keep witches from doing things to you?
Yeah, it's a knowledge arcana to understand hexes.
Okay.
Pretty standard class ability, so we'll say DC 17.
24?
Yeah, you understand. If they can't speak, they can't cast their hexes.
Okay. So, I think it's going to be a...
She's actually getting sick. She is puking up doll stuffing and buttons. Like she had her belly full of that stuff.
She might need an actual doctor.
Sonny's heal check?
Yep.
I get a good old fashioned. That doesn't belong there. 13. That doesn't belong there. Shouldn't eat that.
She needs rest and soup. Nothing solid. She looks very frail, like very thin, like 0% body fat, not in a good way.
Yeah. Malnourished. We're gonna give her a good berry.
Okay, you have to like crunch it up a little bit, like paste it up.
Okay, we'll smush it up and give her a good berry. Yeah. Because it's good berry. They're good.
Tasty on everything.
Well, it also immediately fills you up, but like there's nothing to vomit out. So.
What is this place? She says finally, kind of in and out of consciousness.
Oh, don't worry, you're safe now.
What is your name? Do you remember?
It's Delilah.
You are or were possessed or dominated in some fashion.
I found a doll.
The one with the black hair? This bitch ran away?
Oh, you didn't kill it.
Oh, tried. The building fell. Someone better lit the building on fire!
There's a horrible entity in that doll. Something ancient possessed it. It's been so long since I've seen colors.
So, are you still possessed, or are you all good now?
I don't feel her. Where are we? Are we close?
No, we're quite far.
Close to what?
The dollhouse.
No, we've taken you away.
The entity, it is angry.
Oh, you don't say.
I'm pretty sure we pissed it off by breaking all its friends and burning shit down.
It is the corrupter of children and innocent things.
That doesn't sound good.
It has made me do foul things with my magic.
I'm assuming you've bandaged her hands and
Yeah,
taken
yeah,
all the
yeah,
needles
yeah.
and that sort of thing.
We didn't know if you wanted to keep the needles under your fingernail, so we just kind of left them.
There's always a chance to make things right.
Oh, it has been so long.
She says that in Elven.
I don't think either of my characters speak that.
I think you have a better look at her. She is a middle-aged, borderline old elf.
Been at this for some time. What region do you come from?
I moved to Foundry. The bicentennial.
What are the tricentennial now?
I made toys for children for at least 20 years before I found that doll.
Oh, for what it's worth, after you found the doll and started making the dolls we saw, I don't think too many people came in to look for their children.
Those little dolls, the ones that were animate, they had souls of people in them.
Well, not anymore.
I just had an idea for the other character.
The ones that cooperated got to play in the dollhouse. The others were punished.
She looks at her hands again.
The entity, it's still out there. It's a demon.
It is. Do you know how to kill it?
I know that it does not like cold iron.
Shit.
I know that it is a possessing creature, that it can only possess one mortal at a time. But it can possess and control inanimate things.
She glances at Slake and Cog.
They're people. Not dolls. No strings.
I would be careful with them.
If you're not wrong.
Perhaps you can shed some light on what happened to Cog. It does not seem too dissimilar to what happened to him.
In what way?
They are souls placed in an entirely new body made of other material.
Oh, yeah. Did you need you take the soul out to like a stone form, or did you use like other hoodie booty to get it in there? Other hoodoo.
Oh yeah, those are the technical terms, I'm sure.
Dude!
The dolls were made in such a way that they acted like vessels.
Like a jaw.
Yes.
Hmm.
I did not make the doll that I found with it inside. I know its name.
What is it?
It is a strange name. Not from this world. Ahuz-Zenazotl.
See that again?
Who's Zenazotl?
Ahuz-Zenazotl. The demon of the doll.
Sounds like an Aztec god.
It loves nothing more than to play marionette with creatures for its own pleasure.
Why did it not like its dolls being sold?
Once I crafted them, it became attached to them because there were souls inside.
The hex dolls don't have souls, correct?
No, I'm sorry, she says. I built hex dolls. We sold those. Those were our method of... Our only customers were witches and warlocks that would buy the hex dolls.
That's all right.
He told me you would come or hear us. That someone would come asking about the dolls. Someone would come on that day.
On the day.
Yes.
I like the sound as of the day bullshit. What the hell? When did, what do you mean? Like, when did they tell you this?
2 weeks ago, we received a note saying that we would be rewarded. This morning, we were warned that you were on your way.
Eyes everywhere.
The creature was happy to have the go-ahead to take new souls for new dolls.
I am no doll.
I am sorry. You should just kill me. The things I've done.
I don't think we'll be doing that now.
No, definitely not. You didn't do it. It wasn't.
Tricentennial?
Yeah, that was a couple years ago.
82 years.
Give or take.
She's curling up on the bed and sobbing.
Well, how about we just leave some food and you can put on some weight and then we can figure out what we're going to do to make happy toys again or something else, or turn into some sort of cool demon hunter or something. You know,
I will not craft toys ever again. The sinister demon played upon innocence.
Would you refuse to craft, or we know those who make? clocks, or those who make golems, or those who make...
She just pulls the blanket over herself and curls up.
She's like, this is not the time.
It's not the time to talk about what.
Crap.
How do you want to contribute to society? You have 82 years to make up for, lady.
You were married for 82 years.
Right. Nah, she's not responding to any more of your questions at this point.
Maybe we could send her to our fortune teller.
That's a really good idea, Dugan.
You get a soft little hug from Dewdrop.
Okay, he just kind of takes it, but
Yep.
okay, don't touch me. I do mean things too. If you only knew, child. If you only knew.
Yeah, but sometimes you're nice. You should be nice more often.
Nice when I can be nice.
We did a good thing. Aside from burning that place down, and threatening the buildings beside, you guys are lucky I was there to act like fire brigade. Hey, the 1001 fake odds don't want us to burn down the human buildings.
We're very fortunate, and Amadeus has given Agony like this extra stink eye because it's coming from his face.
Yep. Agony notices the entire place was corrupted with evil magic. It needed to burn. Now it can be cleared out, and
did the building next door have to go too?
Sorry, I need to go shopping. I need to go to the little fawn's room.
Just use an alley.
Right. I need to go to the alley.
Let's leave her alone, I guess. I'll check up on her tomorrow.
I will make certain that the Fae understand that we should be on guard for possessed people and or little creepy doll things. Specifically possessed little creepy doll things, like...
When you're talking about Fae, you're talking about you're going to go check in with the...
I thought we had a couple of Fae still around here. Like we saw.
Oh, yeah. There are still a few Fae that are camping out in the rat den. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're telling them specifically to
Okay.
be watching out for possessed and...
All right, that creeps them out a little bit, but they're...
Capra wants to get a red hat, and he's going to put a F on it, and they get an F for Fire Brigade, and we could give Dee Dee a red fire captain hat sort of thing. We're just going to get whatever, a small hat, and we'll paint it red.
Spend a gold piece on a hat.
Yep.
I wanted to talk to all of you as well. I have a small request.
You guys are in the rat den bar area.
What is it that you request?
Stop calling me Amadeus. I'm trying to hide from my family. There's only so many large freaks named Amadeus before.
Then what should we call you? Do you have a nom de guerre?
I don't care. Tiny, for crying out loud. It doesn't matter as long as it's not Amadeus.
If you let Dugan decide your name, it will not go well.
What do you suggest?
Wilfred.
I like Wilfred just fine.
Yeah, it'd be shortened to Willie.
I was thinking of not the shortened version, but...
Well, Faye are going to take things,
Fuck. Oh, it's the Big Willie!
Oh, look, it's Big Willie!
No, okay, Wilfred then. I'm not calling you what I heard the children calling you the other day.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
And you're not calling him that either, Dugan.
Stood behind his back. I can't hurt his feelings that way.
Sure you can, because he come walking in, because one of the 1001 gods is like, they're standing right behind me, right?
No, but a dolly.
No, that's one of the 1001 fake gods. They're standing right behind me, right?
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm gonna mark that one down. That's a good one. I like it. Canonized. Stamped! No takebacks. If I can find the fucking file. Where did I stick this thing?
Capra's going to stick the red hat in Dee Dee's bucket.
What am I sharing?
You're now sharing Aztec gods.
Unshare.
So when I said that smells very Aztec.
Sounds like the brother of mixed interpretably.
It's of a thing that it sounds, yes, but can you spell? I have no idea.
I have no idea, but that went phonetically in the nose.
X rambling in the middle of the word.
God of foot and mouth, I guess.
All right, Wilfred. It'll take some time to rub in. We might slip up a few times. I've been calling you Amadeus for months now.
I just ask you make the effort.
Okay.
So, are we? I mean, we already burned down a building. And apparently they know where we're going before we get there. Which means they could see us. Which means they probably see us right now. Which means to see us talking about them, talking about seeing us, knowing us, talking about them with us here now.
I didn't see anything follow us in here.
Capra, casting invisibility.
Okay.
From the head of glory. And he's looking around for a sensor, which he'll probably only be able to see for a few seconds before it runs away because it's awesome at casting invisibility. Bastards.
Now looking around, you can see Dee Dee.
Hi.
Hi.
No, there's nothing in the tavern.
Oh, safe.
Capra's gonna, for the 30 minutes this spell is up, Capra is going outside and he is looking for a floating invisible eyeball.
Okay, give me 3 perception checks.
There's got to be one somewhere.
One is for the warehouse where the entrance to the rat den is. One is the immediate street, and then one is the surrounding area as you're circling around.
There's a good chance that the DC is something I can't break. Natural 20, 29.
Okay. You actually see something flying, and it's not a bird.
Fucking.
It's an eyeball, but the size of a plum. It has a little metal, brace around it, and a pair of hummingbird dragonfly wings. Kind of.
I want to shoot the thing out of the sky.
Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it!
All right. Give me an attack roll.
Capra just goes insane.
The rest of us going, sure he is.
He's hunting. I'm hunting eyeballs! Alright. 16. Ugh. 17 if in point blank.
No. It's a fine construct-like thing. AC 18.
Okay. I'm assuming
I'm just gonna copy past it like it's AC. I'm not trying to.
That's fine. It's fine because I'm pretty certain I still see it. I cast True Strike and
it
shoot
flies
again.
at 30 feet, so it
Cast True Strike.
flies 90 feet away. Kind of
I cast True Strike and fuck this thing. I shoot it with
blazing magical arrow. You fire an arrow arcing over buildings. All right, it was probably 70 You spotted it at 100 feet away, so it's 170 feet away.
Okay. And we're going to hit it with a shocking arrow because
Of course.
of course, exactly. Why wouldn't you? And we will rapid shot, so there'll be another arrow coming. 11 plus, or sorry, there'll be plus 9. AC 34.
Oh yeah, it's a shocking arrow.
Yep.
Yeah, the thing. You see it fall behind a building.
Okay, I'm running over to find it.
Running over, find it. You almost knock over a few people walking on the street, and you run into, you kind of skitter into the alley, and you set off a cat, and you go running over, and yeah, you see this bent little wire kind of framed wings, and then like you totally just scorched and destroyed the eyeball. The eyeball is bigger than you thought. The eyeball is about the size of a small apple.
Hoo-wee.
You've got the cage of it, and you've got like bits of the eyeball. I don't know if you're taking the organic.
I'm bringing
bits.
the goo back to the
you scoop
wizards.
up the organic bits, and then like you carved it open. And it lost some of its form, but you've got like an eyeball. It's really veiny, and the little metal like cage that it had that it was flying around with.
I am bringing this back to the people who know stuff.
Capra comes back into the tavern and puts down the stuff.
Holy shit! It's an eyeball.
We've got a flying invisible eyeball infestation.
Very interesting.
So there was more than one.
Oh, there's at least one.
What do you make of this?
Hey, Sunny, can you do something with this?
It's interesting. It might be useful for scrying or something like that. If we were to know of who owns this eye. Does this look like an organic eye, or does this look like a spell eye? It sounded organic.
It looks like organic. However, the wings and the brace look
mechanical.
You can give me a knowledge arcana and a knowledge dungeoneering.
Oh, I don't like these rolls. Okay, arcana I like. Dungeoneering I don't like. Okay, so plus 12 plus 8. 29 arcana. 11 dungeoneering.
Okay. The 29 arcana, you know of a spell called Prying Eyes that conjures eyes that sort of look like this, and then they fly around, and then they report back to the caster, and then they disappear when they're done. This looks like some sort of permanent version of that. Like somebody is actually crafting
spell made real
out of, that's an aberration eyeball. Out of an aberration eyeball, they're making spells made real.
So it's like a living spell, or is this?
It is like a organic construct that's mimicking a spell.
Interesting.
They basically, you give them 25 word commands, and
they go
spy, and then they come back and report to you, and they come into your hand or your possession.
So somebody's been a busy little craftsman. It's gotten to spell turned real, really. Some sort of aberrant eye crafted into a facsimile of a prying eyes.
No offense, Wilbur, aberrations are bad, or they tend to be bad. You're like the only good aberration that I've ever heard about that's nice.
Probably because he came from a good family or something.
I did not.
Yeah, well, maybe they...
Probably because he had good no, I don't, because he's a good person.
Yeah. Nature versus nurture. He's got good nature.
Perhaps they changed my body to that of a aberration, you said, but my mind remained the same.
Oh. Okay. But aberrations flying around invisible, spying on everything? Well, you know, I guess I can't, the aberration part, but, invisible things flying around and looking at things like, I can't, can't say much about that.
Here's the thing. How do we... Wait a second. Did you say that it had to go back to the owner? Yes. Typically, if it seems to be a prying eyes, normally it has to be physically contacted by the owner. Does that mean that we could follow one of these things back to the owner?
Whoa.
Perhaps. They would be difficult to track. They're invisible.
Well, if he could make Didi or I see the invisible, we could fly after them.
Yeah, eventually I'll figure out that spell. I'm not too sure. Kind of like looking under the bed. You don't really want to do it. You don't really want to do it. Or when you're like going for a picnic and you're like, hey, a nice stone. Let's look under the stone. Nope. No, you don't want to look under the stones.
No, you don't usually know.
No, there's also some creepy colors down there. But, yeah. So, like, seeing invisible. And what's the other one? The blue seeing? You see blue?
See ethereal things?
Yeah, that's it. See invisible. The other one. The really big one.
Oh, true seeing.
Yeah, blue
True
seeing.
sight.
Yeah, you see blue. So,
Blue?
I'm just taking her word for it. I don't know.
I thought I made you see everything blue. Like a clear sky. You see everything clear like a blue sky. So, blue seeing. Anyways.
Sure.
That's like looking under a rock, but like times 100. There's some things out there you don't want to know.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I could follow one of the eyeballs, but this one looks dead.
yeah, I got excited. Additionally, we could track it.
It's a flying creature. How are you going to do that?
I have this because how close is Slake to this conversation?
Slake is talking with Cog about how much acid should go in the drink to facsimile an alcoholic drink. I told you that'll make me rust. Yes, but you need to taste it. They're off having a conversation, but
I have a spell that makes it easier.
Oh, well, yeah. I guess we're going to track this one?
Well, no, we're not going to try this one. We can kill this one.
Yeah, found it!
It's fucking dead.
We would need to find another one and follow it back.
this eye is very large.
Well, it didn't come
Aghanim
from
kind
those
of
humans.
scoops it up, and it's like, this is not from a person our size. He glances at like,
Capra's going to try to identify the eyeball goo.
sure, give me a knowledge engineering.
12.
It's an
Aberration
It's an
eyeball.
aberration eyeball.
It definitely. Capra's tasting it. Definitely comes from an
Don't
aberration.
do that! Don't put it in your mouth. Ew. Why are you always putting stuff in your mouth?
Well, so, this is all the story guys, story hunters do it all the time.
Well,
They pick up the little piece of poo and they taste it. And they say,
You eat poo!
lively here.
so
Alright, what is this eyeball? Give me a second. Let me think about that. It's not a monkey. It's not a cow.
Oh, this is gonna take a while.
Not human. It's not humanoid. It's not monstrous humanoid. It's not. Oh,